Good morning, the honorable judges. Last semester, I submitted an essay that wasn't entirely my own work. I didn't copy it from a friend. I didn't take it from the internet. It was generated by AI. My name is Anastasia Rahma Aulia, and today I would like to talk about something many students experience quietly but rarely admit out loud. It was almost midnight. I was exhausted, stressed, and completely stuck. So I opened an AI tool, typed my essay topic, and in less than 2 minutes, the entire essay was finished. Introduction, arguments, conclusion, everything was ready for me. Honestly, at first I was amazed, but at the same time, I was also afraid because it all felt too easy. But still, I submitted it. A few days later, I received an A. My lecturer wrote, "Excellent critical thinking." But the problem was, I know there was no critical thinking there, at least not from me. And I think many students today are quietly experiencing the same situation. Perhaps some of you have experienced it too. Today, we live in a world where almost everything can be done instantly. AI can write, summarize, translate, even generate ideas. Slowly, without even realizing it, many of us have started using technology not to support learning, but to avoid it altogether. We are getting too used to seeking the fastest result. Even though learning isn't just about getting answers that look impressive. Learning means revising, learning means being confused, learning means trying to understand something and still getting it wrong. And yes, that process is uncomfortable, but that is where growth happens. The problem isn't when technology helps us learn. The problem starts when convenience replaces our engagement in learning. But here's something important. Ladies and gentlemen, technology is not the enemy. I am not against technology. I use it almost every day for grammar, pronunciation, finding references, and sometimes even for feedback on my writing. And the truth is, technology has opened educational opportunities that many people had not had before. And that matters. AI can actually be a helpful tool if we keep thinking actively while using it. AI is most valuable when it challenges our thinking, not when it replaces it. But today, many of us are getting too comfortable with convenience. When something feels difficult, we immediately search for the quickest answer. Even though some things should take time. Critical thinking takes time. Real understanding takes time. If we keep skipping every difficult process, what are we actually building? Education was never meant to produce only good grades. Education was meant to develop people. People who can think independently and take responsibility for their own ideas. But honestly, I think the world is starting to notice the difference. Some people look intelligent on paper, but when they are asked to explain their own ideas directly, they fall silent. And maybe the saddest part is this. Little by little, we are losing the process that shapes who we are. Because some of the most meaningful moments in education happen when we struggle to express our own ideas. When we start over and realize, oh, this is what I actually want to say. Those moments are tiring, but that is exactly where growth happens. And no technology can go through that process for us. A few days after receiving that A, I honestly did not feel proud. I felt uneasy. I kept asking myself, if all my assignments are done like this, then what am I actually learning? Since that moment, I have tried to change how I use technology. In my next assignment, I worked independently first. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't as polished as before, and the grade was average. But at least this time, I truly understood the work that I submitted. For the first time in a long time, I felt like I was genuinely learning something. So, maybe starting today, we can do something simple. Perhaps we stop constantly searching for the quickest way out. Maybe we let ourselves stay a bit longer in confusion, think a little deeper, and create imperfect first drafts again. Because education was never meant to always be comfortable. Education should change us. And maybe tonight, somewhere, another student is sitting in front of a glowing laptop screen, exhausted and overwhelmed with AI just a click away. And maybe the most important question is not whether the technology exists or not. But when that moment comes, will we still choose to think for ourselves? Because the future doesn't just need smarter technology. It still needs people who know how to think, learn, and grow. Thank you.